afternoon and welcome to the Driving To podcast. As you see, I'm not driving anywhere today. I'm actually sitting in my kitchen, so there's a little bit of echo. I apologize for that, but I didn't go to work today, so I didn't commute anywhere. I'm sort of just hanging out at home, but I got thinking about something that I wanted to talk to today. So it was about operations. Operations. There's a lot of operations managers or whatever that watch this blog or read my blog. And I'm an operations manager myself, so I'm always thinking about the operations side of our business. But it got me thinking because when I first went to ops, I was in HR for a few years before I went to ops, and before that I was in the merchandising side of the business. But when I came over to operations, I was told, "Oh my gosh, you're coming to the dark side." You know, I'm like, what? The dark side of the business? But it was true. We always viewed ops as a position of the dark side. In fact, I remember years ago, one of my assistant managers reminded me of this when I took over operations. He said, do you remember the job you least wanted? You know, when we talked about it back in the back of the store one day, what job would you never want? And I said operations manager. So it's funny that that's where I find myself. But operations does not have to be the dark side of the business. In fact, when I took over it, coming out of the world of HR, I said, I got to do operations differently. You know, we've done it the same way time and time again, over and over and over, you know. And operations is sort of a black and white sort of business. I mean, it is, you know, either you achieve the numbers or you don't achieve the numbers. Either your facility is operational or it's not operational. Is the plumbing working or it's not working? Is the landscaping right or not right? You know, things such as that. You know, is the profit and loss meeting budget or not meeting budget? So some people say, well, there's no creativity you can put into it, no oomph you can put into it. But when I came into operations, I challenged myself to do it a little differently, to stay true to myself. And you know, you take all these different personality tests when you're in a company or what have you, and also by yourself at home. And every single personality test says I need to be in something other than operations. It's really pretty funny. But one of my mentors in HR came to me when I was first announced that I was going to operations, and she said, you know, I'm really looking forward to you going into operations because you're going to do it a different way. And I said, well, you know what? I hope so, and I hope to prove you right. And one thing I've realized in operations now, I've been doing it for, you know, 2.5 years, is it's no different from HR. It's no different from any of the other disciplines that you go into, because it's all about people. You know, the results are numbers. The results are, is the landscaping done? The results are, is the building operational? The results are, is your profit and loss where it needs to be? But you achieve all those results through your team, through your people. And that's one of the reasons I started this whole blog too, is to make sure that we remind ourselves every day that as leaders, we lead through our people. And we lead by example, how we're treating our people. So as an operations manager that has operations managers underneath the organizational chart that report to me, I have to make sure I'm setting an example that I'm taking care of the people who then take care of the results. It's not, it's like when you have the flu or something and you're taking your Tylenol or you're taking your cough medicine, you're treating the symptom. You're not treating the actual cause. And operationally, I can push to get a number, but if I'm pushing to get the number, that number is fleeting. It can get achieved and then you didn't set anything in place to achieve it again. Whereas if you treat your people right, lead your team in the proper direction, lead your team in the proper behaviors to get to where you need to be, lead your team to be inspired, then the numbers take care of themselves. That's all I'm saying with operations. That's what was on my mind today for whatever reason, so I thought I'd shoot a quick video inside the palatial studios of Cypress Drive in Rincon, Georgia. So something to think about, and operations managers watching this, please think about it as well. And I'm sure we'll talk a whole lot more about this as we go in the future. So wherever you're driving to today, drive safe, and we will see you next time.